Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Analysis Paralysis. I'm Austin Harrison.
I'm Lily Quatch.
And I'm Ashley Anderson.
And we are, as always, talking about board game news, what's happening in crowdfunding, some things happening at IV, and some, mailbag, people sending questions and stuff.
Mailbag.
So that's always fun. I like that part.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about this week?
We're talking about preventing deterioration of your brain.
Very important.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else. Oh, magic. The
Marvel.
Gathering.
I was going to say,
Gathering.
in general, magic in general. But let's talk about not losing our minds first.
Yeah.
Tell us
There's
about that.
a study that got put out the other day that basically, I'll spare you reading all of the pages, basically just says that board games can help cognitive deterioration in older adults.
Help cause
Prevent.
No, prevent. Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably good. It's probably a good thing.
Man, every time my family's like, we don't want to learn a new game,
Yeah.
Austin, it's like, I guess they were right.
I guess they were right.
They're
No.
not killing their brains.
Yeah.
That's an argument I don't use at board game night with my parents because they're always like, let's play a card game. Let's play Rummy Cube.
Right.
And I'm like, let's play TI4.
Yeah, the classic
I don't
Austin.
try that. No, I did try It's a Wonderful World.
Mm-hmm.
And
How'd that go?
I was trying to convince them. Didn't actually try it. And they were like, how about we play something else? And my wife was like, cartographers. And I was like, colored pencils. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Right.
sounds right. Let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
What do your parents play any games to like stay sharp?
My mom works at a school, so
Okay,
she's
so she's
around
just
learning
learning.
a
Okay.
lot.
Mm.
Yeah, she works at a school, and my dad is learning. He reads a lot of books. He writes a lot.
But not playing games. Their games are child's play for them.
He also
they're,
works a lot.
They're more
so.
advanced than that.
Yeah,
What about your parents?
yeah.
They gamble.
They gamble.
But like internal gambling. So
with-
they gamble with family members only.
Internal
games.
With games. So they'll play like Chinese poker or like
Yeah, that
Vietnamese
counts
poker.
for me.
Yeah.
They're playing. I mean, you got to stay sharp, or you're gonna lose all your money to your
That's a good
brother.
point.
Exactly.
That's not
That's a good
good.
point.
They bet with quarters. So.
Oh, so big money we're talking about.
Big money.
Yeah, I hope I'm still playing TI4 when I'm old to stay sharp.
You're going to.
I have no
I mean-
doubt about that.
In the old age home, I'm gonna have so much more time.
Old
Me and
age
Zach-
home.
Me and Zach talk about this. Like, we
Uh-huh.
gotta get in the old age home together and finally play the campaign for North Africa, which I
Mhm.
don't expect you two to know about, but it's a game
No.
that takes months to play, and it's basically a war simulation of Africa in World War II.
Oh my goodness.
That's not it for me.
But it literally, like, you have to account for the evaporation of your water supply. Like, that's how detailed it is.
Africa.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
So me and Zach, you know, I'm counting on you, man. We're gonna be in the old age home together, and we're gonna do it. It's gonna be great. I think I got off topic.
I'm glad.
little
I'm
bit.
glad.
a little bit.
Thank you for sharing your retirement plan.
Thank
It was
you.
Yeah,
very
thanks.
interesting.
Now we all
You're
know.
You're ahead of me in terms of planning for it.
Speaking of retirement plan, I feel like a lot of people's in our sphere of influence, retirement plan is investing in magic cards.
Okay.
They are expensive,
They're so
as you know
expensive.
from the heist from Gen
From the
Con.
heist from Gen Con.
Gen Con
Yeah.
heist.
And they are. What's the new one they're doing?
So it's a Marvel collaboration. They just released the Lord of the Rings ones this
Uh-huh.
year, but the Marvel
So
one is
close
coming
by.
out in 2025.
So
But
it's gonna be a
it's
while.
still
That's a while.
it's just been announced, but it's gonna take a while to
I
like
mean, Marvel's
develop.
huge.
That's what. Okay, so that's what I was thinking.
Even if
Mhm.
people aren't super into games or things, there's diehard Marvel fans.
Just
Just
collecting
for
it.
collector's items, exactly.
Beyond that, of like the hugeness of like how popular it is, it also is just like X-Men and like
It's-
all these little worlds. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mhm.
Like it's
Yeah.
not
You do so
just
much
like
with
the
it.
Avengers.
The
There's-
discography
Mhm.
is
There's
huge.
so much content in the Marvel universe. It's like, how many cards is that? Like,
A whole lot.
people are gonna have to sell their houses to like get all the cards. Don't sell
No,
your house.
Don't sell it. Just save.
Your car? Yes. You don't need to leave your house. Don't sell your house. You need that because where would you put your cards and your board games if you sold your house?
Retirement plans and
In your car.
financial advice. With Austin.
Okay, well, don't sell both your car and your house. You
Just
gotta keep
sell
One or the
one.
other.
Because
preferably your house.
Marvel cards are worth more than your car.
Campaigns.
Yeah.
So many of
A
them.
lot of
launched.
good ones.
A lot of good ones this week.
I thought some people said like last 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago was going to be the biggest one. This feels like the biggest week in crowdfunding.
Yeah.
And so many.
Spiritfire, our friends at Orange
Spiritfire.
Nebula, we're big fans of Orange Nebula. They're good people. They have made some wonderful games. You should check them out. Unsettled is my favorite out of their. Vindication's also very good.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a very different game. Did you look at it at all? It's
It's
fine if it's a no.
solo play?
It's a solo play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I take that back. It's solo or like solo
Ish.
simultaneous play.
Yeah.
Like you could play it with up to 3 people,
Hmm.
but you're not interacting all that much. You could change the world slightly, and that would interact with the other person, but you're not having direct interaction all that
And
much.
mostly role playing.
Mostly role playing. It's mostly about like character development, which sounds like really, really cool. I watched a little bit of the live stream today, but really big fan of that. We're gonna get it. We back everything that they make. So
big fans.
Yeah, and the art direction's really good. They're an agency. They're a marketing agency, an advertising agency, and that vibes with us because we're an animation studio. And so I think we're the only two like creative agencies that also make board games. And so we have a lot of similarities with them, and we like them a lot. Yeah. Really cool. Check it out if you're into solo or kind of solo games.
Kind of.
And then Old King's Crown, obviously we've all played that.
Yeah.
Yep. It's been doing well so far. I think the last I checked, it was like 130 something thousand. So
It's their first launch ever, which is big. I mean, the art in that game is so good.
Yeah.
It
If you're
was
big
so
into
good.
art,
yeah.
just get
I'm
the game.
excited to see how like the finalized product is, because when we had played it, there were some things, some design and stuff that was still going to change. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's only
excited
going
to
to get
see.
more beautiful.
Exactly.
I saw some people who are like, oh, I don't like that there's bluffing in it. And I was like, bluffing?
Well,
I mean, yeah, there is some, or like bidding. They're like bidding and bluffing. I was like, you're not really bidding. The only thing you're doing is putting your like big piece out.
yeah.
And like you're like, if I win that, I get
Your
more
herald.
points. And like that could be like a bluff of like I'm gonna move that, or I'm like bidding on that spot of like I'm gonna win that spot. But like you don't have to win that spot.
And you still have the chance to win the region, not just like that location.
Yeah, you can win the region and pick the other location.
Right. So it doesn't. I see why people wouldn't say that though.
Yeah, I want to play that game again because it would play so much faster the second time.
Once you
Oh, yeah.
understand.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things of just like, I hate learning a game, any game, where one person at the table doesn't know how to play. And that's why I love having a big community, because it's, we're like, someone's coming to Tennessee Game Days. It's like, yeah, bring a game you know how to play and we'll play it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other things doing well. Witcher.
The Witcher.
I have a Witcher sword. It's right there. I'm getting it.
We all, the sword, I almost took it out earlier and Nick told me, don't do it, Ashley. So I was tempted, but now you
I'm
get
going to
to
be
see.
honest with you. I've never even seen The Witcher, but I traded a Veiled Fate game for this at Gen Con. And so now I just have to bring it out to show it off. It's doing very well. It's on GameFound.
6.8 million euro.
Is what it's up to?
6.8 million.
No, that's a different campaign. I
Never
was like,
mind. Never mind.
$4 million? Okay, no. What else is anything look interesting to you?
Yeah, I saw. What was it? Critter Kitchen.
Critter Kitchen. It
looks-
looks lovely.
It looks like Flamecraft, but with different animals.
Yeah.
Is it the same designer?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
It's the same.
I was like, that would be kind of an
company.
insult if it wasn't.
The character names, like, they're based off of like famous chefs. There's like a Bobby Flay. What's her name?
That's fun though.
She went to jail a little bit ago with Snoop Dogg.
What?
Martha Stewart.
Martha
Stewart.
Stewart.
Martha Stewart's in it under creaturey names.
Critter Kitchen does look good.
That looks fantastic.
I'm a fan. We backed it today. Yeah, Marvel Dice Throne was another one talking about Marvel.
Marvel.
I haven't checked that one out. I like Dice Throne. And I have Marvel Dice Throne, but this is like Marvel Dice Throne Adventures, I want to say. I think I got that name wrong, but it's like a campaign of playing, and you're not just playing combative against each other, which is what Marvel Dice Throne normally is. So I think I'd like that more than just because playing 4-player, just beating up on each other, it's not as fun as trying to win something together cooperatively. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's what was in the crowdfunding this week.
Plenty
kinds of
more,
fun
but
stuff.
just
There were
Not
so many
time.
more. Not enough time.
Try to
And
make
not
this
enough money,
short.
let's be honest.
yeah.
Yeah, right? So Mailbag this week, we have 2 questions that people had commented, and I like them both. The first one is from @NASA_Tiger. Fun name.
That is a fun name.
Yeah. Since board games are your job, do you ever get tired of playing them or have it feel like work to play them? Can you compartmentalize and just play for fun?
Huh.
For me, I can separate it, I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm not actively thinking about game design in my role here. So, even this past weekend, I played 4 different games.
Nice.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, I still enjoy playing board games, even
Yeah.
though I'm working with a board game company.
So much of my game playing time is wrapped up in playing our games
Right.
or games that we're working on. It's actually a lot nicer right now because we're working on several projects at a time instead of one project. And so I'm not playing the same game 1,800 times. I'm playing interspersed 4 different games or expansions. And so I really like that. But to answer the question, getting to play a different game that I'm not responsible for and is not something that I've played a million times is such a breath of fresh air. It's like eating. So my favorite food, I really love like Japanese hibachi. If I had to eat Japanese hibachi every day,
wouldn't be good.
You give me a pizza and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And I think that's kind of like what it is. Like I love our games so much, and I love making games, and I love that process. But getting to switch it up and play a game that someone else has made is still really rewarding and still really amazing. So no, it definitely doesn't ruin it. I think it might actually make me appreciate it more because I know how hard it is to make something. So yeah, I think I appreciate it more.
Yeah. Our second question comes from @DanGibson5766, and they said, what is the most difficult part of the fulfillment process? For example, shipping or manufacturing. So
you got this one?
Yeah, so for my expertise in this field, they all, I guess, have their own unique pros and cons.
That's the right answer. Yeah. Good job. Ashley had it the whole time.
You had no confidence in her.
Yeah, I did. That's why I gave her the question. You know, I was like, does she have this? They all are really hard for different reasons. Yeah. I mean, setting up a pledge manager is really annoying and then also terrifying to press the launch button, because if you've done something wrong and you don't charge anyone shipping in a certain country, that's a problem that you have to go fix. And then like, I think the hardest part though is like getting the game right, like getting the components right. Like Fractured Sky, we thought we had perfect. And then there was a problem with the tray where they were like, your painted minis are going to melt together into a big ball and it's going to be ruined. And we were like, well, that can't happen. Yeah. And it took us like 6 different tray variations to get it right. And so like we thought we were done already. And so there's always something in every stage that comes up. And so what is the most difficult part of the fulfillment process? I'm going to say delivering quickly, because every little thing that comes up adds a week, adds a month, adds a thing. Right. And if you don't stay committed to a schedule, it'll take 2 years. And that's why most Kickstarter projects do take 2 years, is it's just really easy to let it bleed out. And so that's something that Katie on our team has done a really good job of making them very regimented and trying to deliver in less than a year. So I think delivering quickly is one of the hardest parts. And then also just delivering it at all.
That's a good point. A lot of people want the game, so. Giveaway!
Ooh!
The giveaway this week, Lily.
It's Michelle Hansen.
Michelle
Congrats.
Hansen.
Yeah.
You get, what are we giving away? You get something.
You get.
Well, we have games, Mythic Mischief.
Right.
Merch.
I think it
merch.
was Mythic Mischief or merch.
Mhm.
Now that we're past the campaign, I think it could be any base game of our games.
Oh.
If you're cool with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Just DM me on Discord. Let me know what you want.
Lily with the cat picture.
Lily with the cat picture. Can't miss it.
Ivy Studio.
In parentheses.
Cat picture. Well, cool.
Well, thank you so much for watching. We are a little bit over time, so we're going to end it.
Yeah.
And we hope you are continuing to enjoy the show. Please comment with more mailbag questions. We would love to answer any question you have for us.
Yeah.
It's going to be an exciting end of the year. We got PAX Unplugged. We've got a little bit of an announcement for Black Friday coming up here soon. So lots of fun stuff happening. So yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye,
guys. MICKEY.
What about the
USE.
hot dog? That's all.
Hot diggity dog. It's a brand new day. I quote that often.
I say that to my daughter all the time, and I had no idea that
Yeah,
I was
no.
within my target audience at work too.
Target audience at work. He's watching it off time.
Hot dog.
I had no idea Mickey Mouse had
Yeah.
that kind of staying power. I guess that makes sense. It's the big mouse.
Something.